Hey guys, Ash here from cursforward.com and welcome to episode 14 of Android Tips on CurseForward TV. One of the best things about Android is that no matter what device you have, whether it's an HTC with Sense or a Samsung with TouchWiz, you get the ability to replace your home screens, the whole look and feel of your phone. So we use some things called launchers to do this, and in this video we're going to take a look at the best launchers that Android has to offer. So enough with the blah blah blah, let's get started, and just keep in mind, if you like the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. So guys, the first launcher on the list is TSF Shell. This is a paid launcher, but it has some amazing features. So let me just show you. This is the app drawer that you get with TSF Shell, and these are your home screens. What I like about this launcher is it is a little bit different from every other launcher out there in the Play Store. As in regards with, let me show you. Say you have an icon over here. You can just turn it around. You can even stack icons over each other, and you get some nice little widgets as well. So these are all widgets that you get. That's the weather widget there. And this launcher also does something nice with folders. So this is a folder that I have, and you can just open the folder up to see the apps inside. But if you don't want to do it the regular way, you can just take the apps out, and you can just open up any app you want, and you can just do it anyway. Just tapping this puts everything back into the folder again. So tapping this little thing over here opens up a bar from the left, so you can add a memo or a music widget like this, or your weather widget, or an album widget, or a contact widget. These are the TSF widgets, and then this is another option over here. Again, a few more widgets, like this is for animation. You can add clouds, even a ghost, a pumpkin, and that's the airship. You can add any picture you want to it. So this is the pendant, and then you've got settings. So this is the TSF settings. You've got a lot of options here as well. So on the desktop, you've got the drawer as the main desktop. You can set the grid size, or you can set it for automatic. So this is how it works. So let me put it as a 3x2 grid. So there you see, it's a 3x2 grid now for the app drawer. It's going into settings again. Let's make it to auto grid. That's a 8x5. You can change the background transparency there as well. You've got some desktop tools with the extra menu button, switching transparency, and this is for the orientation. You've got a lot of options here. You can also add some gestures, like we'll get to the lasso mode in a bit. You can set gestures like swipe up. So let's select swipe up as the app drawer. So now what happens is, say I'm somewhere else, I just swipe up, I'm back to the app drawer, and then back up and restore. So once you've done playing around, if you found something that works for you, you can just go ahead, back it up, and at a later point, if you reset your phone or do a factory wipe for any reason, you can just restore it from your SD card. And you can also reset TSF Shell to defaults if you just want to do that. You also have options to choose themes. There is one theme that comes with it. You can also get other themes. You can find a lot of themes on Google Play as well. Some of them are paid, whereas you can get a few free as well. So this is the Blue Night theme, just to show you. So now I've got the night blue theme. I'm applying it. So that's the night blue theme here. It's pretty sweet. So another thing that I like about this is, let's just quickly go to the app drawer. Sorry. Okay, so let's take Google and add it to this home screen. Okay, So right now, tapping and holding it, you get a lot of options. From here you can select this, and this will let you change the icons. And if you want to choose a photo as an icon, you can do that as well. So say for example, I'm just gonna choose some photo that I have, some random pic, hit done. Now that becomes my icon. You also have other options. You get an icon pack, and you can make choices from the icon pack. So this is Google. I can go back to the default, and you can rename the icon as well from here, and you can even quickly uninstall stuff right from here. So that's it. Guys, just tapping and holding on the screen again gives you a few options. Again, the widgets, you get a scrollable list of widgets, so you can select it from here, or you can select shortcuts as well. Applications, wallpapers, you can jump into preferences. That's the TSF shell options. Guys, another thing I like about it is you can handle the density settings right from TSF shell. So what LCD density is it changes the size of the icons. So I can make them as small as this if I want to. So now as you can see, everything is a lot smaller, and this helps a lot, especially when you use it on tablets. And again, just going in, so that's my app drawer. All my apps don't even take a quarter of a page. So, or you can make it bigger as well. So going back into LCD density, so there you see, you can make it as big as this if you want to. Let's say we want to add some apps to this home screen. So just tap the three dots over here, hit plus, and now you get the apps over here with a green color box. You can just tap and add whatever you want. And what I like here is that once you add an app, it gets removed from the list below. So this means you will not end up adding the same app twice. And again, just notice how the number of unread notifications pop up right now once we install the notifications. So let me quickly add a few. I also like the way there is no preset number of rows or columns here. As per the number you add, it keeps changing. So now that we've added a few, let's just hit this and leave it. So as you can see, all these are now on this home screen. So guys, if you want to create a folder, just double tap and that opens up lasso mode. So, or you can also select lasso mode from here. So with this, now you can just round up all the apps you want and hit create folder. So now all these are in a folder. So you can just drag them out, select what you want, and then put them back in. You also have a lot of toggles over here, as in Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, airplane mode, ringer, and so on. It's been almost 9 minutes and we've just barely scratched the surface on what the TSF shell can do. So if you guys like it, go ahead, get it from the Play Store. The direct link is in the description. So the next launcher on the list is Launcher 8. So as you can see, what it does is it imitates the Windows Phone 8 interface. So to show you guys how good this actually is, let me pull up my Lumia 920. So that's the Lumia 920 running Windows 8. Just turning off both phones, and you can see even the lock screens are similar. Even the status bar on top is similar. So guys, the Launcher 8 comes with a lot of options. So just hitting the menu button and going into theme, you get a lot of options here. So first you've got tile theme. So you can even choose custom colors here. You've got a lot of options to choose from. We are currently leaving it at yellow. You've got tile alpha. So this is with regards to how transparent the background is, or the foreground is, or the text is, and so on. And then you've got the tile padding. So right now it's at 10 points. So say let's move it to 16. So as you can see, the space in between increases. Then you can have the option to show text on 1:1 tiles. So like the small ones have text displayed. The background color, you can change it to a wallpaper. So if you want a mix of Windows and Android, so Just changing it to wallpaper now means despite having a Windows-like interface, you still get a wallpaper behind. So again guys, just like with TSF Shell, you can save, once you have a certain home screen set up, you can save it here and save the theme here, and you can load it again at a later point. With the status bar, you've got your Windows Phone 8 kind of status bar, you've got the normal system status bar, or you can hide everything altogether. You can add other lifestyle settings, like the menu tile or the time tile, live contacts, so that the contact icons keep refreshing, the gallery, and so on. You also get a settings theme, so the other option here just changes the settings theme, the look, or you can stick to Windows Phone 8 style settings. And then you've got the lock screen settings, and then you've got the app list. So you've got multiple ways of displaying the apps, and again, you can follow theme color and so on. A lot of features here guys, including app filters to hide certain apps. So right now, going to the right here, you get the Windows Phone 8 style of apps being listed. So yeah, this kind of gives you the illusion of having Windows 8 on your phone, but then again, you just go ahead, open up the dialer, you're back to your familiar TouchWiz interface, the Android interface that the Galaxy S3 ships with, or whatever interface that your phone has. But over here you get an extra option, just tap and hold. Yeah, you get your general resizing the tiles, and you get an edit option here. So with this, you can change the color of individual tiles. So you can make this one tile alone look green. You can set the tile size, and you have something called bind application. So over here, by default, it's bound to the phone app. You can change it. Say I have the Windows 7 dialer, a free app that I downloaded from the Play Store, Windows Phone 7 dialer. So let me select that. And you can also set the notification, so in case you get a missed calls or something, it will show up. So now if I tap this, it takes me to the Windows Phone dialer. So again, you got a lot of apps that can simulate Windows 8 in the Play Store. So say you get a music app that simulates Windows Phone 8, you can again bind it to this tile, so that you get a richer Windows kind of experience. So that's what I really like about this launcher. That's launcher 8 for you. So guys, the next launcher on the list is Nova Launcher. So what I like about the Nova Launcher, the moment I open it up, is that it comes with an import from another launcher option or rest of previous Nova backup. So right now I've been using TouchWiz on this phone mostly, so I can just hit this and I can import stuff from TouchWiz. Alright, so if you have root, it's fine. If you don't have root, you can still import it. Let's quickly go into settings. That's Nova settings. So under desktop, you can change the desktop grid, that is how many rows and columns are displayed. You can make it as much as you want, so let's leave it at 5 by 4. The width margin on the left and right, height margin, the persistent search bar, if you want you can set it, so let me put it as always. And you can also select the Google search bar style, that's the ICS and Jelly Bean versions. And then showing shadow, you've got home screens to see all your home screens. You can add more if you want. You can add up to 9 home screens, and you can just swap between them, just tap and hold and move them around, or just delete them. So that's the home screens. Going back into Nova settings, again the dock is scrollable, as in you can have more than just 5 icons over here. Just scroll through and add more. So say for example I wanted to add gallery to the dock. There you go, this is my normal dock. Swipe to the left and I get gallery, and pull one, put it over the other. Easy creation of folders. And you can also save your settings, backup and restore. And you have the folders option, so the folder preview as a stack or a grid or as a fan, so you can select from these options. The background can be a circle, square, platform, disk. You can even select a custom background. So again, the background transparency for the window. As far as look and feel go, you can change the color theme. So let's change to yellow. Okay. Going back, Once you change the color theme, little things like the bar over here turns yellow, and then you can also rename folders easily by just tapping over here and entering any name you want, and the color over there also corresponds to the color you select on your theme. Screen orientation, the scroll speed, the animation speed. Animation speed is like when you open up the app drawer, how fast it opens up. You see a little transition there, like you saw it right now when it just kind of went off like this. That's the animation theme there. I mean the animation speed. You can change that from Nova settings as well. And similarly, the app animation, that is when you open an app, you kind of see it popping out. That you can change that speed as well. You can also hide the notification bar completely if you don't want it. There you see. Nova settings. And you can even hide the dock if you don't want it. So you can also select an infinite scroll for both the dock as well as the desktop. So what infinite scroll does is, now you can just keep scrolling through the dock. Once you're gone past the third one, you come back to the first one. Similarly with the desktop as well. And now going into the app drawer, you've got by default you get a 5x4 grid. You can change that again from the settings, and you get the widgets as well. Tapping and holding an icon, you can edit it. So you can change the icon. You can get an icon pack. The ADW and Go Launcher icon packs will work here, or you can also get your own icon from the gallery. You can also rename the shortcut. Again, tapping and holding here, you also get Nova actions. So you can select from a bunch of Nova actions like show previews. So now you can select it and add show previews to the dock. So now hitting it will show you the previews of all your home screens. You also have the option to resize all widgets. Even if they are designed to be resized, you can force it to be resized, and then you can allow widget overlap, and you can also allow overlap of the desktop items. I'll get to that in a second, guys. As far as lock desktop goes, again, similar to the previous launchers that we saw, locking the desktop means you won't be allowed to make any changes, which means you cannot delete anything in error. So let's talk a little bit about widget overlap. So say for example, some widgets like the clock widget, I'm not going to actually tap it and do anything. So I might add a different widget. Say for example, let's say my music player. Alright, and I might want to place the music player over it and pull it down. So now you can see that I can still check the time, but my clock widget isn't really taking a lot of space. I can still look at the tracks that's playing on my music widget. At the same time, I can still use my clock widget as well. So overlapping widgets definitely becomes an added plus when it comes to tweaking your phone and getting that extra level of customization. Now, apart from this, going into Nova settings, you also get a transition, a scroll effect. So with the free version, you just get 3 options: none, cube, and card stack. If I'm not mistaken, the Nova Prime should give you a lot more options. So the card stack, this is the card stack, and you just saw the cube. Just going into Nova settings, desktop, scroll effect, cube. And you can also set the wallpaper whether you want to do scroll or not. That's just it. So you turn off scroll, the wallpaper is going to remain stationary, and there you see a cubic transition when you move between home screens. So that's Nova Launcher for you guys. It's available from the Play Store, and the direct link is there in the description. So that's all the time we have for this episode. We will be taking a look at a lot more launchers in coming episodes, so make sure you stay subscribed, and before you go, make sure you hit the like button, because every time you hit like or subscribe, it increases the odds of YouTube suggesting this video to others. So go ahead, help me out, hit the like and subscribe buttons. So hope you like this video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any video requests for me, or if you just want to stay updated on my latest updates and videos, you can hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. All my contact details are in the description. So that's pretty much it for episode 14 of Android Tips. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, it's Ashia from cursforward.com signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.